Hi, everybody. I'm Katie. I own a running store called Running Water. It's not even really a running store. It's a store that sells running stuff, basically.
I would agree. I
Called
would
Running
consider it
Water.
a running store, though.
I mean, what if I want to carry non-running stuff at some point?
That's true.
We'll say a store that sells running stuff. So welcome to our podcast called Between Two Cheetahs. So we have our store cheetahs here, Matilda and Larry. They're going to help out. Special guest stars. But yeah, we're just going to start. We wanted to start a podcast chatting about shoes. Because if you've ever had the pleasure of coming into our store, it's not your typical experience when you're looking for shoes. We don't really get too caught up in the details and the specs. We kind of go more based on feel and use, kind of how you want the shoe to feel, the type of shoe you like to run in. We like to pull a lot of shoes for you to try, and we have a lot of conversation around it. So it's not really your typical come in, get your gait analysis done, step on this pad sort of situation. It's more of like a, how are you doing?
How does this look?
How does, yeah, also very safe space to choose your shoes based on if they look good or not. Like, we hope, I try and always buy the best colorway, so I am also mildly offended when people decide they want to order their own, but it's fine, I'm over it.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, it is, it's true, it's true. So to start, since this is the first thing, if you're watching this or listening to this, thank you, because it's going to be a journey. But I thought we would just introduce everybody. So you know me, so this is my store. So I've got Nitzia here, who works part-time at the store.
Hello.
And is a friend, and fun fact, was my trainer when I was pregnant.
Yes, I love
She's here because this was her idea. And so I said, yes, as long as you sit next to me.
Okay, to clarify, I didn't necessarily say a podcast. I said, Katie, you should start reviewing shoes. So the pod is Katie's idea. The shoe review is mine.
I don't do social media reviews, so we just jumped straight to those.
It gives us another creative outlook.
It's true. It's true.
It is what it is.
We do this on Fridays because we also have 221 in the house.
I'm Kelly from 221. I do a little cafe pop-up here in Running Wilder. We're here on Fridays in the mornings and Sundays when they do their run club stuff. I'll be providing matcha mid-pod whenever they're ready for it.
I will take a matcha, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Kelly makes the best matcha in San Francisco. It's a bold statement, but it's a true statement.
It is very good.
I think to kick this off, because you might not be able to see us, I think we should talk about what we're wearing. Because I think what you're wearing is just as important on your body is just as important as what you're wearing on your feet. Because if you feel like you look good and you have that confidence and you like your outfit, your run's gonna be that much better. And anybody who's ever run in a really shitty outfit knows what I'm talking about. Like, something's riding up, something's chafing, or like you just wore the wrong t-shirt with the wrong shorts, the proportions are weird, it just sucks.
I usually end those runs pretty early. It pisses me off. I just stop. We'll try again tomorrow.
Learnings for next run.
It's the worst.
So Nitzia, tell me about your outfit.
Yes, I am wearing the Brooks Adrenaline.
Which we'll get to.
Yes, they're also a limited edition. Because between you and I don't think I ever thought I was going to be wearing Brooks.
It's alright. They're good.
Not but they are pretty comfy. I'm wearing also the Brooks Chaser, the 5-inch. And I will say, my thick girls, these are the shorts. They don't ride up. But just make sure to get the 5 or the 7. The 3 will sit directly on your mid-thigh, and those will ride up. But I stand by these shorts. I will stand by these shorts for a very long time, too. And then I'm wearing my Adidas reversible jacket. It's a Mexico jacket. It's one of my favorite jackets. One of my favorite purchases from last year.
I love that jacket.
I love this jacket.
It's so good.
Yeah, it also, you can reverse it into little green. I just like maroon a lot better.
No, the maroon's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Me too. I feel like it goes better. Yeah. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing new pants that we have in store by this brand called Keiko. They're based out of LA. They're kind of like a girly version of track pants. So they have like a take on the tearaway, so you can kind of like have it drape over your shoe, which I like. I'll lace up the side because I like to be sporty, but I like to be girly at the same time. My absolute most favorite sweatshirt that I purchased in the past year from Spence Tennis. Um, I am so stoked I can actually wear it now that it's cold enough. It's the only thing I'm excited about. And then because I'm freezing, I'm also wearing a hiker kind long sleeve. That's a mix of wool and poly because it's also base layer season.
Yeah.
And then I'm wearing some jewelry from the shop because we also carry jewelry. And then some Diadora Heritage Sport equips.
We didn't talk about socks. I love socks.
Oh, yours are so good.
Yeah. I'm just wearing Courier? Yeah. Courier socks. These are my favorite socks to run in. They're not too compressive. They're light.
Yeah, they're good.
TMI, my feet sweat a lot. And these keep my feet pretty dry.
I'm wearing socks from this small brand in New York called Arithia Sport. She was kind enough to give me a pair because I gave her a copy of Run Her. So we did a little tradesy action. And I love them because they're like, she has like little appliques on them. So it's like, kind of feels like hand touch detail. But then I like the little like sport and they're the perfect length because I find a crew cuts me off at the middle of my calf and it really annoys me.
I can see that, yeah.
Whereas I like and then a quarter crew is kind of like the right length.
I feel like sometimes
Because I'm
quarter
short.
crews look funny.
But you're tall.
I think that's why I like
Yeah,
crews.
because a crew on you looks
Yeah.
like a quarter on me.
Yeah, they start to look like a little bit like ankle socks on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind an ankle sock thing.
Oh, grandma.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Should we get into shoes?
Yeah, let's talk about shoes. Otherwise, we'll just sit here and shoot the shit.
Okay.
Also, we just want to say the podcast is not sponsored by Topo Chico yet. The best sparkling water ever. I stand by that. Okay, so we're here to talk about shoes. Although I do think sometimes we'll do like clothing because
Yeah.
we are who we are. I'm gonna review these track pants. They're awesome. Buy them. I actually considered calling this podcast "Shit You Should Buy" because I don't think I'm gonna review anything that's terrible.
I mean, why would you review something that you don't have to?
I don't think I carry anything bad in the store.
Yeah.
But I'm Aquarius, so that would be a very Aquarian statement. Okay, so the first shoe is the RAD UFO. I would say this might be the most hyped next to like the ASICS Metaspeed Tokyo. I think this might be like the most hyped shoe of 2025.
I agree.
Because RAD, so their background is in like kind of the CrossFit training world. So Ben had one of like the very first CrossFit studios in London when CrossFit was becoming a thing. So they were like training focused, but they wanted to get into run. So this is like their first big attempt in the run space. They're launching 3 shoes. The UFO is the first of the 3. They wanted to create a shoe that could essentially kind of compete with like the Super Class. So that like $200 price point, no plate, but super shoe territory. A little unboxing ASMR for you. It's awesome. I've had a lot of people ask me about this shoe, and I have literally nothing bad to say about it. It is, I believe, a unisex fit. And usually with like unisex shoes, I find the fit to be too wide, because technically a unisex width would be a men's standard width, which is a women's wide. But I have no issues with this shoe. It's the right amount of roomy. It does have like an aggressively kind of like large, like kind of foam base, but I don't have any issues with like kicking myself. I don't trip over it. What I love about it is you can see the bottom is a continuous curve, which means there's literally no flat part of the shoe. So typically even like shoes that have like a really aggressive toe off and are fun, you're still going to kind of hit a flat part and then going to have to use energy to get to the toe off. This just encourages a constant kind of like forward momentum. I am not a specs person, so I actually had to Google my phone. I had to Google the specs on all of these shoes because I don't know. But this foam is a very special foam. That's why it's so expensive. It is a dual density soup foam, a PBA blend midsole, a weight of 249 grams. I don't know what that is because I don't know metrics, but it's super fucking light. A heel to toe drop of 8 millimeters. So when we talk about like heel to toe drop, it's just the height difference of the heel to the midfoot. You really don't need to know about it unless you find yourself in a position where you do need to know about it, and that usually means like injury or something like that. I find typically speed shoes are a lower drop, more support shoes, stability shoes are a higher drop. Industry average is 8 millimeters. So again, like unless you have a reason where you have to know about drop, it's kind of a moot point. They say it's designed for long runs, progression runs, and threshold runs. Again, I don't really know what any of that means aside from long runs. I will say it's great for anything. So I've worn this on like a 10-mile stroller run. Okay, I didn't run the stroller for 10 miles, but I'll run my son to daycare, a very specific example. But I run him to daycare, so when I have the stroller, I want it to be very stable. When I don't have the stroller and I get to run home, I want a really fun shoe because it's me time. This works for both. So I feel really like supported and stable and control the stroller when I have it. But then when I don't have it, I can really like crank it and have fun on the last half of my run. I've only talked to one person who tried this on and didn't like it, and he came in looking for ultras, so I'm not surprised because it could not be more different than this.
Yes.
He was just curious, but I have people stop me on the street when I'm wearing these. I have the guy at the flower market who is a runner followed me around the stall asking me questions. I had a lady in Linnea, shout out to Linnea, yesterday asking me what my shoes were.
Gone and stopped on the runs
Yeah,
to be asked about this shoe.
they're good. They're good.
It's my favorite shoe right now.
Get TLDR, buy it.
Yeah.
Just buy it. It's good. You won't regret it.
I really like this shoe.
Oh,
and it's a pretty shoe too.
What size did you take your normal size in these?
So I half a size up because my feet swell when I run. So I'm usually a 9.5. So I got these in 10, and they actually fit like pretty well. A lot of the time, sometimes when I size up half a size at the start of my run, my feet feel like they're moving a little too much. But then on longer runs, like my feet do start to swell, and so by the end of the run, like they fit pretty well. I have not ran more than 5 miles in these yet. So they're good for short runs too. I really like them. They're really springy. I love a springy shoe. They're bouncy and they look good.
Yeah.
And they glow in the dark.
I love I'm partial to the pink color one because it's the best pop with the neutral outfit, I find.
Yeah.
I've been very into like brown lately.
Oh yeah.
And this looks so good with like shades of brown.
The crazy thing is that they look good with so many different things.
Yeah.
Like I've worn them with various colors and they look good.
Yeah. It's like a neutral without being a neutral.
Yeah.
It's
weird. I would have never thought.
Yeah, me neither.
Of that.
I remember the first time I saw these, I was like, these are wild.
Oh yeah, I was like, I'm not wearing these.
But now I'm like, they're the only ones I've ever.
It's crazy.
I will say I sized down. So I'm an 8.5. I normally size up to 9. I went 8.5.
Okay.
And I have had some women, I think on the smaller end of the spectrum, like if you're like a borderline 6, they might be too big. Like I had somebody who I think she was like 5.5, tried to get a 6 and had to return them because they were too big. And somebody who was like a 7, who normally goes 7.5, had to come back and get the 7. So I'd say I think like on the smaller end of the sizing spectrum, you might want to take not your running shoe size, but like your regular shoe size. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about this shoe?
No, I really like it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we've got new out this week. Well, in our store. I think they've been online a little bit longer. We have the Diadora Cellula 2. I really like the Cellula 1. I used it more as like a walking shoe because I just found the foam was a little bit more firm for me. Actually, hey, Kimee.
Yeah.
Can you come here?
Yeah.
We're going to bring Kimee in because she actually loves the Cellula 1. So we'll let her...
It's the most recommended shoe by Kimee.
Yeah, this is Kimee's personal favorite. Tell us why you like the Cellula 1 so much.
I love the Cellula because it does feel like you're stepping on a memory foam pillow to me. And I kind of needed a shoe that I could run to the store or walk to the store and then sit around in the store and then run or walk home. So it's really good for doing both of those things for me. I find it to be really good for, multiple things, I would say. Like when I go to Disney World next week and I want to take one pair of shoes that I could walk around and park in and then maybe go on a run in later, like that could be a good one pair of shoes.
Ooh, we're going to give you a pair of the 2s to take with you. Oh, I'm like Oprah. You get a pair of shoes. No, we definitely need to get you a pair of shoes to compare.
Yeah.
So, spec updates, because again, I should know this, but I don't. Oh, what I like about the Cellula, so Cellula 1 and 2 are the same. They're both a 5mm drop, so they are on the lower side. So somebody who's curious, like low drop curious, I think this is a nice kind of like entry point. But it's not like the drop is like the main event. It's kind of more like a supporting actor. Um, it is, I would say, on the scale of things, a little bit of a heavier shoe by industry standard, but the 2 is significantly lighter than the 1 from my very technical, holding each in one hand. Um, Key specs include dual layer midsole using Anima and Anima N2 foams, a supercritical foam insole, and full length Duratec 5000 rubber outsole for durability. That sounds really specific and technical. From what I've only tried these on, I haven't run in them yet. I do like them a lot. I'd say that the toe off is more aggressive feeling than the ones. And my rep says I will like these for running because they're bouncier, because I also like a bouncy shoe. And also the toe box is wider, and they've fixed the fit. So if you ever wore like the Nucleo, they're now made on the same last. So I found the 1 to run a little bit short and the toe box to be a little bit more narrow, which is why I was always hesitant to recommend them for running. But the toe box is wider. The length is more kind of like true to size. And it's a lot less clunky than the 1 was.
Okay.
So I actually think I will try and run in these because they just look cool too. And they also come in a gray in case anybody's like, the white gets dirty. I'm like, just embrace the dirt. Like, it just looks better. The dirtier white shoes get, I'm just going to say this once, probably more than once. The dirtier white shoes get, the better white shoes look.
I agree, but I think there's also a fine line with them being a little too dirty.
Yeah.
Like, you need to let those go.
Yeah, like if it looks like if you shed like Pigpen,
Yeah.
let them go.
Wait, so what is the difference between the Cellula and the Nucleo?
All these questions I should know the answers to. The shoe overall, like they're quite different. So the Nucleo I find to be softer.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel the road underfoot a little bit more. I think technically by Diadora standards, the Cellula is a mid cushion and the Nucleo is a high cushion.
Okay.
There is the step-in experience. I feel like the Cellula is great for somebody who likes like a Bondi.
Yeah, I agree.
Like kind of firmer. It's not a support shoe, but like it's got that firmness to it.
I have the Nucleo, and I feel like anyone who likes running in Hokas would like the Nucleo.
Yeah. The Nucleo, I find too, when you step in, they have like a little piece of plastic on either side of your heel. So like, if you're somebody who like wants a shoe to give you like ankle support, like it's not going to technically give it to you, but it does feel like it's really like hugging your heel in a way that kind of feels like it's going to keep your foot in place. Now that they fixed the fit on this one, I will be like, if somebody's interested, I'll have them try on both, because I used to always have people who like actually were looking for a running shoe try on the Nucleo, just because I felt like the fit was a little bit more like by American standards a bit better for running.
Yeah.
But I think the Nucleo overall is a little bit softer, and the Cellula is a little bit firmer.
Okay.
But I'm kind of curious now that they've updated it and it has that bounce. I'm kind of curious to take it out for a run.
Feel the difference.
Yeah. All right, and the last shoe that we've got is the shoe Nitzia is wearing, which I'm going to bring the box up because this is a special edition. Well, this shoe is not a special edition. So the Adrenaline 25 just came out a week ago, I think, ish. I think last week. And so because it's the 25th anniversary, they did a special edition colorway that is silver. Because I think in the world of anniversaries, isn't 25 silver? And 50's gold or something? Anyway, let's go with it because it sounds good. So it does come in like this little kind of like special edition pack. If you are an Adrenaline fan, I think you're going to really like the updates. Also, hilariously, when I was at TRE last year and they were showing this, they were like, buy it as an eyedropper. It should just be like a statement on your wall. And I was like, fuck that. This looks cool. I'm going to buy it as my main color. And now every time I pull it out, I'm like, that was a choice.
It's a choice.
But I think it's really cool. I mean, I'm not an Adrenaline wearer, so I will never experience the joy of running in an all silver shoe. But like, I don't know. Like, I just think I also want to say, like, can we just like make running shoes look like running shoes again?
Oh,
Like,
I
as much as
disagree, though, running shoes like
as much as I love this,
I feel like running shoes have just gotten prettier.
I kind of feel like, because I feel like there's so many, like, I love Diadora because they don't give me a million colorways.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you look at all the colorways that, like, Brooks, New Balance, like, ASICs, they all carry, there's so many options. And I'm like, let's just stop making black and white running shoes.
Okay.
Never again.
Yeah.
Neutral should be gray and white. Gray and white can be your neutral, your lifestyle color. And then any other color, just, like, make it look just, like, fast and fun. Like, none of this, like, pastel lifestyle bullshit.
Oh, I can see that.
Unless it's, like, popped with a neon.
Yeah. I guess. But there's, something for everyone. Because sometimes,
And that's why every running brand does 30 million colorways.
I do feel like there is a lot of color waves. And it does get a little bit much.
Yeah, like, do gray and white, and then give me your 3 best trend colors.
That's true.
And, like, I don't need them to update 3 times in a season. Like, just let it live for 6 months.
It's a lot of ways.
It is. Anyway, it's my soapbox. So anyway, back to the Okay, so specs for this one again. I will say, again, I've never ran in the adrenaline. I do have a pair of the 24s that I wear only because they did this retro pack and they're cool, and they're cute, and I wear them on the floor, and I have to say it's not the most comfortable shoe. My feet will ache at the end of the day. The drop is high, which I think is part of it, but it's also just really firm. So with the new one, I've noticed it feels underfoot a lot softer. It's a 10 millimeter drop, and that's just because it's stability. So stability is kind of a catch-all for like kind of any running ailment. If you have low arches, they tend to put you in stability shoes. If you pronate, stability shoes, because they literally will build up the side of the shoe so that it prevents your foot from moving. But if you have like Achilles tendonitis, which I have, but weirdly stability shoes aggravate it, or like plantar fasciitis, typically with any kind of like heel injuries, they like a higher drop because it takes the weight off of your heel. And like Achilles stuff, you're just asking the tendon to like stretch less. So that's why it's a higher drop. It features a nitrogen infused DNA loft V3 midsole for cushioning, guide rail support system, and an engineered mesh upper. I just find it overall to be a lot more comfortable. The DNA nitrogen injected is the same foam they use in like the glycerin mix, all of that. I will say the one thing I don't love about this is Brooks is moving to this like kind of like knitted collar toe situation or like tab situation on all of their shoes, and aesthetically it integrates this more, but honestly it like does nothing but confuse people when they try the shoe on, because everybody's like, why doesn't this fit tight? I'm like, it can't, because you have all this padding, so they think the shoe doesn't fit right. So it kind of takes a lot of effort on our end to like be like, no, it's just there for looks. But
I actually, that's my favorite part of the shoe.
Really?
Yes.
But I will say, I think 10 out of 10, I think the update is great.
Yeah. I wore these all day yesterday, and my feet were not tired at the end of the day, and on my feet all day. So
I'm going to wear these in a tiara, I think.
yeah, they're really comfortable.
But I got to figure out how to bling them out. I do think these could benefit from a paracord lace situation.
Oh yeah, I feel like that'd be cute, especially if you're not gonna run in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's a good walking shoe though.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So that's everything for today. I think we'll do this like bi-weekly or kind of like around drops. So the goal would be anytime a new shoe drops or updates, we'll review it. We'll bring guests on. So I've already started talking to sales reps and tech reps to hopefully get some other people on here too.
It would be fun.
We will do it when Bandit's winter collection drops. We'll definitely review that because it looks fucking sick.
It does.
I don't remember what I bought, but hopefully I bought it better than fall. But anyway, yeah, well, Topo Chico cheers. Topo Chico tears. Topo Chico cheers to end us out.